Hi, my name is Riley Megan, and I am currently taking Introduction to Ethics at Delaware Tech. And we have been currently working through units that explain ethics and moral theories. So, to start off, I will explain what ethics are. Ethics is often concerned with what we ought to do, how we should live, and how we should organize our communities. It helps us determine what behaviors and what actions are correct or seen as right or wrong. And there are 4 different divisions of ethics. The first one being normative ethics, and this is the process of figuring out what is morally permissible and impermissible by applying a moral theory to a problem. So we take these type of moral theories and approach problems with them to determine if it was the right or wrong thing to do. The next one being meta-ethics, which is really the process of thinking of ethics itself. Relationships and meaning of moral terms are considered and often questioned in these type of ethics. The next one is applied ethics, which involves applying moral rules derived from moral theories to ethical issues. And these type of issues are often found in the real world, and they are used to determine what is the right action when in a given situation. The next one being descriptive ethics, which describes what and how a person or group thinks about what is right and wrong. And the goal of this type of ethics is to really understand different cultures of people and why they feel that way and what made them feel that way. So the next part of this oral presentation is moral theories. Moral theories help explain what makes people or things good. So we look for what value or virtue is in this type of theory and what makes that good. It also helps us figure out what behaviors are morally correct. And also they're also used as frameworks to help us think and talk about moral issues. So we're coming up with modern solutions to these problems that come our way. So as I was working through this unit, I found a lot of different terms very interesting, but one term that I found very interesting was descriptive relativism. And I found this interesting because it is the view that allows ethical diversity. Ethical diversity is how different cultures can see different things as right and wrong. For example, some cultures can see homosexuality as wrong, and they find that they find it wrong and that you can't do it. And other cultures may find homosexuality to be correct. They're like, oh, well, it's you can love whoever you want to love. So moral diverse or cultural ethical diversity helps other cultures believe what they want to believe. This type of relativism explains that ethics can be very different among different cultures. And every culture has their own set of moral codes they follow, and it can be very different. If you went to India and then you went to some place in Africa, it's going to be very different. This allows many cultures to believe what they find right and wrong. It allows them to not be judged. It allows them not to be judged by other cultures. And this is very similar to normative relativism, and it indicates that other cultures shouldn't judge what other cultures believe. It allows some cultures to not use their own moral codes to defend or to deny what other cultures feel, because of course other cultures are not going to believe what other cultures believe. So as I was working through this unit, I determined that having a good understanding of ethics will help me work through my career, and it will help me work through it more efficiently and through through college itself and my future career, because it'll help me have a better understanding of like what is the right and wrong thing to do, and like how I should understand why others feel the way they do. And it'll also help me choose or it helped me to approach and come up with an appropriate solution to certain problems that I come across. My major right now is general studies, and I'm planning on transferring to a 4-year institution to get my bachelor's degree in environmental sciences. So I'm sure I'll come across a lot of issues that I need to come up like, oh, what's the right thing to do for the people and the environment? So it'll help me determine what is the good equal. And yeah, and that is my presentation.